Good day everyone, my name is Hakim Yaya, programmer from Kimber Software Solution. This afternoon I'm going to be showing you guys how you can make use of conditional statement to develop a simple program. Most especially we'll be developing grading system in this tutorial. So let's just quickly launch our Visual Studio, and then I'm going to create a new project. If you are watching this project, this tutorial for the first time, I will advise you to go to the previous one, you watch it, and then get idea on how to open or launch Visual Studio and also create a new project there. So we'll be designing grading system. Grading system. I'm just naming grading system. So let's wait for it to open. Good. Now we are going to arrange this form to beautify our form and also make some settings. Then the start position, the first thing you should do is to always make sure your form is displayed at the center of the screen. Then also, if you don't want the users to be able to maximize your form, you can set the maximize box to false. So we also want to set the form border style so that they won't be able to resize your form. It will be fixed. It will be fixed, and it will be the way you the default size. It will be the default size you set it, so it's not going to allow them to be able to readjust the size of the form. So we have been using white background since all this while, so I would love to change this background, the form background. I would love to change it to another beautiful color. Let's see if we can see a very nice color here. Let's see cream. See, yeah, this is nice. So let's pick a button. We need that. Pick a button. So I'm just going to change the text of that button to be get position. Tests. Move to the property where it has text to get position, or get grade rather. Grade. Then now I'm going to change the font. I'm going to change the font to be 12. Then increase the size. I'm going to increase the size. So copy and paste. So don't forget. Let's increase this a little bit. So we are going to change this to clear. We are going to change it to clear. Good. So from this side, get grade. I'm going to change the color, the background color, but before changing the background color, the flat style, let's change it to be flat. Good. So from there, I'm changing the background color to something more beautiful, but it must obey the initial color we are using. That's not nice. That's not too nice. No, I want it to obey. No. And let's see. Nice. Good. So can change this one also. You can change the font color, which is black, to white. Change it to white. Good. So this also will change the background color since it's clear. Make it something, let's see. Oh no, this 4 color, sorry, the 4 color should be white. Good. So the background color should be I'm doing currency. No, currency is light color. I think this is nice. So let's change the flat style. You see the border is still large, so flat style you should change it to flat. I think this is nice. So here we'll need a box, a text box. That is it. You double click it and that is it. So I'm just going to change the size of this text box by changing the font color and the font of the text box rather. Let me make it regular, but I'm going to change the to 16. Good. So let's bring in a label that will describe what should be entered into the text box. So we have a label. Just type L label and double click it. So we place it here. So we have label, and inside the label you can rename it to, you can rename the text to be score. Good. So now let's change the the font of the label to be bold and then make it 12. And then let's change the font color to be, which is the 4 color, to be white. So now I'm going to copy and paste this. I want to make this label my result. I don't want to make use of what is it called, message box anymore. I want to make use of a label to display my result. So I'm going to select auto size. I'll make it false so that I'm able to adjust the size myself. Just make it a box. Then you can see it's displaying at the edge of at the top left top corner of the label. So let's bring it to the middle, which is text align. You select the text align, then you select the middle. Now it's going to display here. So I don't want anything to be shown inside that box, so I'm going to clean it, and then I want it to be a little bit thicker so that people will know that box is something have to be, as in something have to be in the box, which is our result. So I'm going to set the flat style from standard to I'm going to set it, okay, it's on standard, leave it. So the border style rather, I'm going to change it to fixed 3D. Good. Now that is that about the design. So don't forget this text box, we are going to change the name. Is written text box 1. We are going to change it to TST score. Good. Now from here I'm just going to write my code to get grade. But before I write my code to get grade, always check for if the box is empty. If the box is empty and your program still went ahead to run, it's an error. So instead, you should write a code to check if the box is empty. If the box is empty, it should tell the user to do something, to enter something into the box before they can be able to write get the grade they want. So we'll start by saying if, which is if conditional statement that we are going to use in this program to write the grading system. Now if that tst score dot test is equals to empty, so now should tell me tst, now sorry, we didn't rename that label, so we are going to rename it from label 2 to tst so that we can remember tst result, tst message, which is msg. So I'm just going to tell st msg dot test now should be equals to score box cannot be left empty. Score box cannot be left empty. Cannot be left empty. So now that's where we now enter our else. So inside this else is where we are going to do all the calculations. Don't forget, this one is to check if it's empty, display this. If it's not empty, now let's do another. Now we will now write another if conditional statement inside this else. If now, that is after you put your else inside the else, what you want to do, all what you want to do, put it inside this conditional statement. Or before we start, declare the variable first, which is int score is equals to int dot pass the score, which is tst score. Anything that is being entered into this text box here dot test should be integer. So now if that score that is being entered, if score is greater than or equal to, or it should be less than or equals to, because we are going to start from 39. I think that should be the minimum score to fail, the maximum score to fail in any grading system, I think. So score is greater than or equals to 39. So just copy this message box. Now should now tell me that okay, your grade is E. Your grade is E. Your grade is E, which means you failed. Your grade is E. Then let's just copy this. Let's say okay, else if we have score is greater than equals to 49. So Another one now will now be your grade is D. Notice you passed. Narrow escape. That's a narrow escape actually. Then else if again, if it is 59, that should be a C. That is greater than equals to 59 to be a C. Then we have another one which is 69, that should be a B. Then now this A, that is when it is greater than, less than, equals to, oh, this is a greater than sign. We need a less than sign. Sorry for that. You need to be very careful on your conditions because of the greater than, less than. Sometimes you can be it can be confusing. So now if it is less than equals to 100, that is from 70 to 100, now it will now give me A. Now let's look at this construction very well. Look at it. The first one is less than or equals to 39, that is from 0 to 39. It will give you any digit you enter that is between 0 to 39 will give you A. Then from 40 to 49 will give you D. Then from 50 to 59 will give you C. Then from 60 to 69 will give you B, and from 70 to 100 will give you A. So that is the construction. So how do we now know? How do we now restrict the user from entering a higher value? That's when you now finally tell the system that else, that is when the range is above this. So just tell the user that, Mr. Man, you entered an invalid or high, and the number you enter is out of range. The score enter is out of range. So that is that. Let's run it and see how it works. Let's close this. So if I enter 0 now, your grade is E. So if I enter, score box cannot be left empty. So if I enter 12 now, your grade is E. If I now enter 50, your grade is C. You can see. If I enter 100, your grade is A. And if I now say okay, 101, the score entered is out of range. So you see, so that's how this application works. So now there's one simple thing we should do to make this application complete, is to clear the text box. CST score dot text should be equals to empty, and then the text box should stay focused. So this is what I mean by stay focused. I believe I've taught you guys about focus in the previous tutorial. So if you are watching this tutorial for the first time, I believe this is not a good idea for you guys. You should just quickly go to the previous tutorial and what you see, that is the focus. Just keep blinking inside the box, meaning it's ready to collect another value. So thank you very much for watching this tutorial. I will employ you guys to always subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can be notified on our new tutorial, on our new video. Thank you very much, and let's call this